This must be Tesla calling to give us a day on the track.
If only.
It's not. Welcome to another episode.
We're in a super dope car, 2008 Tesla Roadster. The original OG Tesla Roadster, the first car Tesla ever made.
It's so old. I remember, this brings me back to great-grandpappy's farm when he'd take us out in his 2008 Tesla Roadster and he'd tell us, now when I was your age, I'd have to drive to the supercharger and back in the snow uphill both ways. Y'all kids have it easy.
It's a good thing those days are over 10 years ago.
Rip Grandpappy. It's short. That's what you notice when you're looking at it from the side.
Oh my god. This is the lowest to the ground car definitely I've ever driven as well.
Yeah, when you pulled up next to me in this thing and I was in my Focus, I almost couldn't see you out the window.
This almost feels like a clown car.
Yeah.
Because...
or a go-kart.
Yeah, or a go-kart. Like, it's so small, people literally do not see it.
Yeah, like we come up to the wheel well of that F-150.
Yeah, I have been cut off without people trying to cut me off. Yeah. They just don't know that I'm there, because not only is it so small and so low to the ground, it makes no noise.
Yeah, it's super silent.
So like, unlike a motorcycle or something which has like a big engine, it's like brr, 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 that just makes like a ton of noise. You don't get that with this.
No, this thing you can sneak up on somebody.
Yeah, you can be a creep in this car.
So really, what you're saying is this is the perfect car to commit a crime.
Yeah,
because
probably.
It's super stealthy, because it's super quiet, it's fast, people can't identify it, they say it was a Lotus. And
but when you want to, you can be really bold and really flashy.
Exactly.
3, 2, 1. Oh, wow.
Wow. 60.
There's 60.
4 seconds? I don't know, I wasn't counting.
I don't know if that felt 4 seconds.
I don't think so.
That felt a little longer.
Yeah, that was like Model 3-ish territory, I think.
When that first kicks off,
that was surprising.
Though, wow. That, like 0 to 10, like 0 to 20 is nuts.
Yeah, and this might be like a battery age thing. Like it's lost a little bit of its go, like in the higher ranges. Because it should, in theory, keep that same torque all the way through its range. Yeah. But that was surprising.
That was actually pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick off the line.
No.
That really throws you back and hits you.
Yeah.
Really hard.
That felt like the P100D for the first half second.
For the first, yes, exactly. For the first half second, that does feel P100D fast.
Yeah.
But
and then it cools off.
It cools, yeah. It definitely mellows out before you hit 60. I feel like that took longer than 4 seconds.
I think so. But I like it. I think that's good. That's like a good middle ground. Because the P100D...
Suicide.
That is
fast,
yeah, that
basically.
Is so fast. And it's like scary fast. This one, you get a little taste of that. You get the little butterfly feeling for a second, but then it's gone.
That's gone. It looks very similar, I think, the front to the Lotus Evora that we drove earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Headlights are very similar, and I believe that this was inspired, the design cues at least, were inspired partially on the Lotus Elise.
Yeah, I don't quote me on this, but I think it was built on the Lotus Elise platform. Like, they got some donors from Lotus.
I don't know about that.
And they either took some cues from it or something like that. But anyway, very, very Lotus-y. Like, if you covered up the branding, people would think this is a Lotus.
Yeah, I would probably honestly think that this is a Lotus if I didn't know any better. The back is also fantastic.
I love the taillights.
I know, I was just about to say that. I really love the taillights.
These individual circles.
Yes, the triple circles on both sides.
So cool.
So one of the things that Tesla still does is all Teslas have very minimalist approaches to their cockpits.
Yep.
This is similar.
It's a different kind of minimalist.
But it's like startup minimalism. This like feels like this is a startup car.
Yeah.
Which it was, to be fair, a startup car.
I mean, you've got some exposed wires and stuff.
It's so basic. You have like the glove box is just
it's a shelf.
Yeah, it's a shelf. It's a scoop.
Yeah.
That's all you got.
I kind of like it. It works well. It's holding all our stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you've got some carbon fiber bits here in the center console. It's not really a console.
Everything here in the middle is nice. You got like the emergency lights, climate controls, which isn't a lot. No. You do have a aftermarket Alpine touchscreen radio system.
Yeah.
The owner of this vehicle informed me that the maps are 10 years old. So navigation is basically worthless.
Yeah.
The only power electronic anything you have are the windows and the doors. Only on the outside, though, curiously enough. I feel like the inside has manual door handles, but the outside has electronic buttons that you push.
It is an odd
to
little
open
button.
the door.
Yeah.
So I find that strange.
I kind of like it better than Tesla's like flush door handles.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And the flush door handles look a lot better, but this is so much easier.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
One other bizarre thing about this is how you start it. So, okay, Teslas today just automatically start when you get in because they detect that the key is in the vehicle. This, despite being a fully electric car, has an ignition switch, and you have a key that you turn, like
it turns the car
gas
on,
car. Yes,
like
and it
you're
turns the
cranking
car on. But the weird thing in this car is when you turn the ignition and you turn the car on, you don't get any feedback that the car is actually on.
Yeah.
I've been confused every single time I've started this car today if it was actually on or not.
That is super weird. I guess they might have been thinking like, well, people aren't accustomed to turning your key and it turns the car on back in 2008. Ooh, that's nice.
It's got some juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing we didn't mention, USB and whatever this is. Aux is a, I don't know if you can see this.
It's just like a PC cable, a braided PC cable sticking out of the stock, the steering column.
It leans on the shelf.
That's so funny.
So that's a little weird.
I love that. That sounds so cool.
Yeah, you actually get feedback in this.
Yeah.
Unlike in modern Teslas, and maybe it's because it's not a convertible and like the motors and everything are exposed basically in this, so you hear them. But in modern Teslas, you don't get that.
You get a teeny tiny little electric hum, but that's like an Iron Man car whine like you hear in the Avengers movies.
It's very futuristic sounding, despite being a 2008 car.
Yeah, I love that. I think that I'm not gonna say it.
Well,
okay, I'll say it.
Yeah, you gotta say it.
I think they should pipe that kind of sound into electric cars for fun.
I like it. I really like that sound.
I like it a lot too, but the whole putting it through the stereo system is blasphemy to a lot of car people.
Yeah, and it gets pretty loud too. When I was on the freeway, I got this up to like 9,000 or 10,000 RPMs, and it was loud.
Interesting. This was the first production electric car to break that 200 mile per hour mark, right?
200 miles.
On one charge.
On one charge,
Or not mile per hour.
Yeah. It was the first, I believe it was, the first like production electric vehicle to surpass 200 miles on a charge.
Yeah, at least battery electric.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It's still respectable even today.
Yeah, I mean,
11 years later.
Looking at the numbers on this thing, it's pretty comparable and better than some modern, less expensive, admittedly, electric cars.
So you can't just take this to a charging station and charge it. You need a adapter because this has a very unique charging system. Because when Tesla built this, they built it uniquely. So like modern Tesla vehicles, like the Model 3, S, and X, have like a streamlined charging system. They all use the same system and the same connector.
Yeah.
This doesn't. So you need to get an adapter from Tesla to connect it to charge it with Tesla battery packs, or you need an adapter to charge it at any like
generic charger.
Yeah, at a generic charger. So you do need an adapter, yes, to charge this, which
that's kind of annoying but understandable.
Can be challenging. However, why would you ever be doing that in this?
Yeah.
Is kind of my question, because this is such a weird car. It's so uncomfortable driving. It's equally fun as uncomfortable it is, but it's so uncomfortable. Why would you be driving this for more than 200 miles in a day?
Yeah.
Like,
this is not a road trip car.
Yes, I don't really know why you would ever drive this for more than 200 miles in a day.
Yeah. And I would say this is uncomfortable in the same way that like a go-kart is uncomfortable. And the turning radius is not the worst in the world.
Oh, that power steering.
Better than the Alfa Romeo Giulia. Anyway. Yeah, this is uncomfortable in the same way that go-kart's uncomfortable, in that you're having fun while you're doing it and you're not really thinking about it.
Technical difficulties, everybody.
Hold the phone.
You have a shelf,
and that's it.
That's about it.
That's literally it.
I don't even think there's a cup. I don't even think there's a cup holder.
Yeah, no cup holders.
You have a trunk, and the trunk is actually fairly spacious.
Yeah.
So there's that going for it, but that's about it. There aren't even any cup holders in this.
Know.
That's crazy. I've never been in a car that doesn't have cup holders.
Where am I supposed to put my small cup of chili from Wendy's?
On the gear selector, you only have reverse, neutral, and drive. There is no park.
That is odd.
So you just put this in neutral and pull the e-brake up.
Yeah.
You also have a button that controls your traction control.
Ooh. One thing to note is that I have not touched the brake pedal since getting in this car.
You don't really need it because it has that regenerative
The regenerative braking, which I assume you can't turn off in this one.
Yeah, I think it's automatic in this. I don't think there's any way to adjust that.
It's intense. Like, I let off and it's instantly pulling me to a stop.
Yeah, so that whole time, right now, you never touch the brake.
Nope, nothing. I'm just coming to a stop.
I mean, imagine what this was like 11 years ago when it first came out. This thing was hot.
Oh, yeah.
11 years ago. And this thing, brand new at the time, cost $150,000.
Which is steep, but when you consider the current, or the 2020 Roadster that's coming out,
$200,000. And again, adjust for inflation, what it was like in 08 versus in 2020. I feel like that's probably roughly
they're probably similar,
Yeah, I'd say that's probably roughly comparable in price.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, for $150,000, what else you can buy?
Aston. For starters, that's what I would go for.
There's a lot.
Jag, nice Jaguar.
Yeah, this also has no power steering, which I find to be very strange, considering this is an electric car, and it doesn't have power steering.
Yeah, I don't know much about the 2008 lineup of sports cars, but today you can't really find many without power steering except for the Alpha 4C.
This is rough. It's you gotta work it.
Yeah, when you're at low speeds, especially going around corners and stuff, it is heavy to turn something without power steering.
Yeah, and that affects the cornering capabilities on this, which I feel like the handling is good if you can get over the not having any power steering aspect of this.
Yeah, once you're going fast enough, it doesn't matter, but yeah, if you're going like 30 or so around twisties,
yeah, it's hard.
You're gonna be tired by the end.
Yeah, it's really, really hard.
This is what go-karts should feel like.
It really is, yeah, what an ideal go-kart should be like.
This is so great.
And they really accomplished that. And for a company that made a car from scratch, essentially without any experience making cars, this is a great first model.
No kidding.
I think.
What a home run. This is awesome.
Yeah. First things first, probably the most important thing, performance. Wow, this really does feel like a roller coaster, more than other cars.
Yeah, I'm gonna give performance I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Okay.
Nah, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm gonna go with a 6.5.
Yeah. It's good. It's fun. It's really quick right at first. It's quick overall.
It's quick overall,
but it's really held back by the lack of power steering.
Yes, that does mitigate it, like we discussed.
On our twisties there, I'm not confident in pushing this thing too hard.
Yeah. So practicality on next, which is a joke.
It's trash.
We've already gone over all the reasons. One thing we didn't go over earlier, though, was the visibility in this car, which is pretty poor.
It is.
For a convertible. Surprising.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blind spots, I feel like. Like, try looking left.
Yeah, it's real bad. You have to really kind of get up like this, and even then, it's still tough. And the mirrors are tiny. 2.5.
Yeah, I think I'd probably have to do that, too. Like, it is nice that it's an electric and it gets good range.
But that's all.
I think I'll go with a 3 on this one, though, just because of the electric. I'll give it a little higher than a 2.5. Next up, fun factor, high.
Very high.
It's very high, I'd say, yeah. This is a blast to drive. Like I said, just when we were going through the twisties there, this feels like a roller coaster. Like right now,
it does.
This feels so planted. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 9. This thing is a blast.
I don't know if I'd give it that much.
Like, I'm considering buying one of these. This is so fun.
Really?
It's a go-kart. It's a big, stupid, tiny, dumb, flashy, fast go-kart.
Okay, we'll get there when we get to the value. So you give it a 9. Man, it is fun, and that electric whir adds to the drama
so cool.
of this. I do like that a lot. I'm gonna go with an 8.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't like really, really, really like it. I guess like you do, but it is a blast. I would definitely recommend this for the fun factor alone. Cool factor, also undeniable.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm tempted to go with. I'll go with. Yep.
And that's
one of the problems. No one sees this car.
I almost got backed into. Jeez.
Nobody sees this car.
No. But that doesn't factor into cool.
It's when people do notice it, it is cool.
Yeah.
When people don't notice it like that, it's uncool.
It's bad.
That was perfect timing. I mean, it attracts heads. Like people look at this.
I'm gonna give this a 9 too. I'm gonna give it a 9 for cool factor because when are you going to see an OG Tesla Roadster?
I'm going to give it a 7.
Ugh.
I don't think it's that cool.
I think it's that cool.
That leads us next, as we're going very slowly here,
This
into
sucks.
the quality discussion, which is apt because we're going slow.
Yeah.
So we can analyze this. It's not great.
It's plasticky.
It's not great.
It creaks, it rattles. The GoPros are being shaken to bits because presumably the car isn't very, I don't know.
The suspension is too
deadened.
tight.
The suspension is real tight.
I feel like the materials do
fine.
feel cheap.
There is a bit of at least what seems like carbon fiber. It could be fake.
Yeah, I don't
but
really
it feels
know
pretty real.
if it is or not. For 150 grand, this interior is BS.
I'll give it a 3.5.
This interior is BS for 150 grand. I think I'd go with a 3.
It's like, it's bad, but it's endearingly bad at least.
All right, and finally, that leads us into value.
Yeah.
Which for 150 grand, this is BS.
Yeah.
No way. But
Today,
getting one of these used for more like 50.
yeah, 50, 60,000.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like debatable.
That's
I feel like-
yeah, it's a tough call. I would get a Focus RS before I'd get this because that is a newer car and it's still less expensive and it's
A manual.
just about as
And
fast.
It's about as fast.
But this is probably a close second, honestly.
This isn't much more expensive than a Focus RS. It's only
No.
it's not even 10 grand more.
Yeah. As a used car, I think it's got a great value.
I don't know, maybe like a 6.5 for me.
Yeah.
I think a 6.5 is a pretty good value for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm probably gonna. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
6.5.
Yeah, for the performance you get, for the all the little bits and pieces and practicality failures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It balances out, so
It does.
It's really cool. It'd be great to own because it's fun and it's great to look at and it's kind of unusual.
Yeah.
But it's not a practical car and it's still kind of pricey for what you get.
Yep. The average score of this car is a 35 out of 60. I think that's pretty worthy.
That's a good number for this car.
Yeah, I think that's a worthy score for this. For 50 grand, I mean, I don't really think there's anything you can get that attracts as much attention. Maybe an Alpha 4C.
And that's more like 70 when it's spec'd out.
Yeah.
And or maybe a Slingshot. A Slingshot's
Yeah.
like the only thing, but that's because it looks bizarre.
Yeah, Slingshot's maybe the only comparable thing.
Yeah.
But this is way more fun than a Slingshot. I would definitely take this over a Slingshot, for sure, no doubt.
This has been the OG Tesla Roadster in whatever color orange this is. I love it. Beautiful.
Yeah, hook us up with the new Roadster Tesla if you're listening.
Please, hook
me
you
down.
boys up. We need to see how fast it is. I'm spooked.
Yeah.
But if this is your first episode, thank you for stopping by. We hope you'll check out some of our other stuff. We've done some really cool cars. If you're a returning visitor, thanks for sticking with us. We're gonna do something else cool next week. So
Yep,
we will
we'll see you guys then.
in the next
Peace.
episode. What the heck is that? Ow. Come on. Ow. Okay, that's not moving. Get right here. A little more.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, there's something wrong with this engine. There's something stuck in there. I
Is
can't-
there?
Can you look right there?
Oh,
You
no, you're right. Yeah, no, I see there's something weird.
Here, help me with this,
What?
okay? I'm gonna pull here. You grab this.
Yeah?
Ready?
Okay.
On 3.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. It was Curiosity Stream. Curiosity Stream is the world's first streaming service for people who actually like to learn stuff. They have thousands of documentaries and nonfiction titles from some of the world's best filmmakers. If you like our show, you'll love their speed category. It's got a ton of content on cars and other things that go fast. We've recently partnered with Curiosity Stream to help build Nebula, our new streaming service. Nebula is a streaming video platform built by and for independent creators. Because we all appreciate how supportive our fans are, Curiosity Stream is offering a free Nebula subscription with every purchase of a year-long Curiosity Stream membership. With this bundle, you get the best of both worlds. Curiosity Stream is home to high production value documentaries and nonfiction work, whereas Nebula is a place for educational YouTubers to try new things and experiment with different formats, things the YouTube algorithm would punish us for. Curiosity Stream loves independent creators and wants to help us grow our platform, so they're offering Grand Theft Auto fans free access to Nebula when you sign up at curiositystream.com/GTA. When you sign up for Curiosity Stream, you get instant access to thousands of nonfiction titles, and you'll get to watch a bunch of new episodes from Grand Theft Auto months before they hit YouTube, plus lots of other great Nebula originals. By signing up for Curiosity Stream, you'll be helping not only GTA, but the entire educational community, as we work together to build a place where we can create exciting new content that just wouldn't be possible on YouTube. Give it a try by signing up using the link below. We promise you'll love it.